Hi friends, I'm late. It's 2:03. I'm really late. Here I thought I had it all together and I'm a couple minutes late. Oh well, we'll survive. Okay, so just gonna give it a second for people to get notified that I am live, and let me bring it up on my iPad so I can see it and make sure my volume is off. Yeah, my volume's not. There we go. Okay, so while we wait to see if anybody pops on, I want to remind you that the paper sale has started. So patterned papers, there's 9 different packs. They are ones from the annual catalog. And so for the whole month of July, those 9 packs of paper will be 15% off. So that's a really good deal. So people, don't be afraid to use your patterned paper. You got to use it. I know I look at some of mine and I think, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. If I use it, I won't have it. But what's the point then? You got to use your patterned papers. And when you can buy them on sale, it's even better. Okay, I think I'm ready. I think I'm set. So let me get my phone switched around here and we will get going. So it's a new month and happy July. I hope you guys have a fun and safe 4th of July weekend. I have a new host code. So here it is. It's only got 1 number in it this time. So these host codes are generated by Stampin' Up. It's not anything that we create ourselves. But I really appreciate when you use this at checkout. There's a place to put it. And I also always post it on the landing page of my shopping site there. So you can find it there as well as at the top of my Facebook page. So you can find me on Facebook as JannaStamps, and you'll find the code there too. All right, so before I get too carried away, I've got one happy mail that I wanted to share. This came in from a fellow demonstrator, Jo Belmar, and she is in Georgia. And so she sent me this sparkly card, thinking of you, happy mail, which I appreciate. And it's always fun to get some happy mail in the mail, something that's not a bill or an advertisement, right? So thank you, Jo, so much for sending me happy mail. I've sent you one back. I'm not sure if it's made its way to you quite yet, but I really appreciate you sending me something that you made. Love that. Okay. So one of the main focus actually of today's card is I wanted to use the Picture This dies. So when you get these dies, you get 2, one that cuts out circles and one that cuts out these rectangles. And so there's stitching around them. So when it cuts them out, let me see. Let me show you this. So I actually cut it out of a piece of sticky back foam that I'm going to be using today. So you can see that it leaves stitch marks around the edge, and then the piece that it cuts out also has stitch marks around. So it's really fun. You can use it like this with the holes cut out, or you can use the pieces that are cut out. You can use it vertically, you can use it horizontally. There's just so many options with these dies. You really got to think outside of the box with these, because there's so many things you can do with them. So I thought it would be fun to play with those. And I'm also playing with, I'm not sure if I'm going to use any of the stamps out of the In Bloom set, but I'm definitely using the dies. Look how many dies you get in this set. And the thing about it is, none of these dies actually cut out any of these flowers. So I think that's kind of funny, but yeah, you get all of these flowers and leaves and things, and then you get these flowers, but these don't cut those flowers out. Let's see. I'm not sure. I'm trying to see if anything matches up even with the little ones. I really think the dies are just their own. I don't think they cut out any of these, but there's a cool label here that will cut out. You can use it for the sentiments, and so it just all coordinates together, and it pierces all these fun stitch marks onto the shapes. So yeah, I'm using the dies. I'm using patterned paper from the, what's it called? I always have to look. Pattern Party papers. And those are the ones that you can earn when you are your own host for a party or you host a party. So you can buy that big pack of 45 sheets or however many that are in there with your rewards. Okay, so I've got all sorts of little parts and pieces this time. I'm going to use a white card base, and this is the patterned paper that I'm using. I'm using it on the inside of the card and on the outside. And so what's fun about these papers is they are all sorts of pretty colors on one side and black and white on the other side. So I'm using the paper horizontally with the stripes horizontal on the inside and with the stripes vertical on the outside. I thought that might be kind of fun. Okay, let's get rolling. Okay, so I've got the stripes, and I'm going to use this die. So I've got a couple of pieces of Post-it tape here so I can get this where I want it, and then tape it down so it doesn't move. So I'm going to try to center it the best I can here. That's looking pretty good to me. And I did pre-cut most of everything, but I just wanted to run one thing through so you can see see how it turns out. Okay, I'll be right back here. Okay. So you guys, I went to the vet this morning. Our little Todd had to have a little procedure done, and I went to Safeway grocery store afterwards, and I didn't wear a mask. I had one on when I went in the vet, and the girls in there, they didn't have them on anymore, and I said, so do we need masks? And she said no, so I took it off. And then when I went in the store, I kind of was looking around as I walked in, and I saw some people with and some people without. And I thought, okay, I'm going to be really brave and go in without one. And I have to say, it felt really, really weird. I even said something to a clerk as I was walking in, and she was thinking it was quite awesome that they didn't have to wear them anymore, which in her situation, I can't imagine having to wear them every day, all day, every day. It would be awful. So they were pretty thankful, but there were still some of the clerks wearing them. There were some customers wearing them, and it seemed like maybe more customers without. I had made up my mind I was still going to wear a mask, but I am vaccinated, and So I'm trying to be brave. It's weird. The whole situation's kind of awkward and weird, but I did do without the mask and it was kind of nice. Okay, so here's how your pieces end up, and you can see the stitching there and on here. So if you're only going to use the frame and not these pieces, don't throw these away because you can use these on a card. Let me just pull in a piece of card here, and you can totally put these onto a card front and do something with it, right? You can even mix the circles and the rectangles together. So like I said, think outside of the box when it comes to these dies, because you can use both the positive and negative of these, and there's just so much you can do. Okay, so I did cut it out of this paper, which is also in that same pack, because I wanted to use the green. So I'm not going to be using these pieces on this card, but I'm not going to throw them away. I'm just going to put them aside and I will use them on another card. Okay, so remember I kind of brought this piece of foam out. Now this is like a sticky back craft foam. I don't remember where I got this, but I'm just gonna guess that I got it at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Joann's, one of those places. I'll show you my pack. It's a big 40 sheets with all these different colors in it. So it's, you know, it's got the paper that you pull off the back there. So I usually just try to coordinate a color with what I'm using. You know, it's not really going to show. Just think of it as a large dimensional. And the reason why I decided to cut it out and use a whole sheet is because you have these skinny pieces in between where the holes are, and they tend to get droopy unless you put a whole lot of dimensionals on. So for me, it's just easier to cut out, you know, a solid piece, and then I don't have to worry about there being any droopiness. Okay. So that is that. So I chose to leave the sticky side for when I attach it to my next layer, and I'm going to glue this piece onto the top of it. But what I want to make sure, and also let me tell you what I did. I took before, of course I just cut this, but pretend that I hadn't cut it yet. I took this piece, I laid it down onto the bigger piece of pink foam, and I moved it off of the borders of one side and the bottom just a little bit, and then I drew around these two sides and cut it out. So what that did is once I cut it out, it kind of made this piece just ever so slightly smaller than this piece, because I wanted the borders of the foam piece to be just inside of the borders of the paper. But I need to make sure that I match up correctly the paper to the open holes, because I think if I turn it this way, that's not going to fit right because of how these rectangles are laid out. So you just have to make sure that you're matching it up the right way. And I'm just going to attach it with some Tombow. So I'm going to put glue directly onto this foam. And then I'm going to set it aside, because what I found with the first one that I made, when I went to peel off the paper off the back of the sticky part, my paper wasn't glued tightly enough to the foam yet. So you've got to give it just a little bit of drying time before you go and pull the paper off the back of the sticky side. And I'm trying to get enough glue without getting too much glue. I don't want it oozing out all over the place. All right, so my first card that I made for doing this to show you, I will show you at the end. And I used the strawberry stamp set. Okay, I just want to get it on there so that there's not too much. Well, I really don't want you to be able to see the pink foam within the sticking out anywhere. And I think I've got it on there pretty good. Let me see if I can flip it over and press it down without scooching it around and getting it messed up. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, let me set that aside and let that dry, and we'll play with the inside here a little bit. So I just cut a piece of that patterned paper at 5 1/4 by 4, and then my white is 5 by 3 3/4, and I'm just going to be attaching that. But I want to decide here real quick what I want this card to say. So I've got the stamp set that matches those dies. And I also brought Sweet as a Peach. I just love the font on the sayings here. And I kind of want this to be a thank you card. So I'm thinking I might do the hello friend on the front of the card and thanks so much inside. Isn't that font so cute? I just love it. Okay, thanks so much. Here it is. And what color of ink? Probably the Flirty Flamingo, because that is what color my layer is going to be under the striped paper there. So do you see all I have remnants of fingernail polish on my fingernails. Guess what? I'm gonna go get my nails done tomorrow. Kind of excited about it. I'm gonna get a mani-pedi, mani-pedi, mani-pedi. I've only ever had a pedicure 2 times. So I decided that, of course, these are my own nails and I can grow them long, but they also get very sharp. And had a situation where our little Doxy, I reached down to pet her and she ran into my thumbnail, and a lot of money later and a damaged eye. So anyway, I like to have long nails. I don't like to have things like that happen. So anyway, now that I'm letting my nails be kind of long again, I thought I might just go have acrylic put on the top. And I'm hoping for some kind of pretty lavendery polish. Thought that might be kind of fun. So I'm a little bit excited about it. I stopped by the place to make an appointment, and it's a guy there that he's always done my nails before. He's really very nice. And he says, what, do you just want them to be stronger? And I said, yeah, so. Anyway. The only thing about getting a pedicure is that it tickles, and I'm very ticklish, and it makes me have the giggles. So I have to try really hard not to sit there and giggle while I'm having it done, because that's kind of embarrassing. Okay, there's the inside. Let's see how this is perking along here. See if I can pull this off now. All right, there we go. Now then, you have a choice here because this one comes down a little bit lower than this one goes up. I mean, like if you turned it around this way, you've still got some, but this one gives you just a tiny little bit more room. So I'm going to leave it that way, and then because I'm going to put my greeting up there, it gives me just that extra little bit of room, if that makes sense. It's not going on my card yet. It's going on here. So now I just have to try to get it centered on here. Okay. And then remember I said I cut it out of the green. So these green pieces I'm going to stick. Well, I don't know. I might make one. I might use the back side of this one. So I'm going to decide about that. Okay. So let me bring my Tombow glue in. Hi, Sue. Hi from Oregon. From Oregon to Washington, we are neighbors. I hope you're having a good start to your 4th of July weekend. All right, now I'm going to pop these right down into those openings. And they will be recessed down in there. I love that. I'm going to wait on that one and decide if I want to use that back side of it or not. I hope as you're watching this, you are getting some ideas maybe with other stamp sets or papers that you have, that this would be a fun set to use and do something with. Okay, so let me just kind of set that there, and I need to get a wipey because I have glue on my fingers. Okay, I went ahead and pre-cut the flowers that I'm going to use out. And if you missed the beginning, I am using the pierced bloom dies. So I pre-cut out what I wanted out of that, and I'm just going to bring them in. I haven't stuck anything together, but I kind of put them how I wanted them. Okay, and then I cut out some of the leaves. I just think these are so cute. I love the piercing. Okay. So yeah, as I'm looking at it, I think it'll be really cute to have this polka dot paper in the middle. So I'm going to commit to it here and glue this in. let me get some dimensionals here and I'll start building my flowers. So I thought it would be fun as I was looking at the dies to do some of the, to put a green back on the flower. It just, I mean, I looked at these thinking, you know, it can be a flower, but I thought, but yeah, it can also be like a green back for the flower. And I thought, how cute. All right, so that's what I did. Now I don't want to get too crazy with dimensionals and have this card be just like, whoa, really thick to mail. So I think I will glue this down flat, and I'm just going to put glue in the middle. Then I want to offset the petals so that green can be seen really well. And then I think I will, should I pop? Yeah, I'm going to pop the center. Cute. Okay. And then this one, I did the green with that dye there. Try to get these out so you can kind of look at the dies as I'm doing it. And let me just put some glue in the middle of this one. And I need little dimensionals. Cute. Okay. And then I did this one. It's so fun to build things, I think. Got that a little bit crookedy. Let me fix it. Love it. Okay. So I've got 3 flowers and I've got extra leaves. Let me see what I'm going to do here. Kind of like that there. Okay, so I'm going to put a dimensional there, and I am going to commit that flower to right there. I am going to put a little bit of glue on the tip of this leaf and then like that there. There we go. And this flower, I'm just playing. Okay, I like that. So let me pop this. I think I'll put a couple of dimensionals on the back of this one. Let me get some glue on the back of this. Oh, that's cute. Cute. Okay. Now then, that one. And where do I want to put this little leaf? Maybe like that. Whoops. Come back here. Let's try that again. It's because my fingers are sticky. You can definitely see that I'm going to be putting some bling on here. And my greeting, let me bring, so I decided on Hello Friend. So here is the friend. And here is the hello. Hello. Okay. Let me get that mounted onto a block. Hello. Do I like that? Or do I want it? No. I'm going to have to stamp it and see. Okay, I'm going to stamp it with black, Memento black. That's not wide enough. Maybe what I should do, let me just see if I can, okay. It's so tiny and cute. Hello. Okay, now let's try the friend. Yay, cute. Okay, those stamps are so tiny, it's just best to put them back where they go right away. Let me get the lid on that. I didn't pull any ribbon, so I'm going to have to grab some ribbon. Okay. I think think I'm just going to flag the end of it. I'm trying to decide what color ribbon that I want over there. All right. Okay, that is going to be cute, but we need to get it finished first. Ribbon, ribbon, ribbon. I don't know. Black just keeps popping into my head. I think that would be super cute. I know I have some black twine, and let me grab that. Okay. My rings drive me nuts. They are constantly twirling around my fingers. I guess they're a little bit loose or something. Okay. Okay, let me see if my loops look even here. They're pretty close. This one might be just a little bit bigger. Okay. All right, I kind of am liking that. Let me see. I think I'll snip a little bit of this off. Oh, that'll be cute, I think. Okay. So let's pop that up. Hello, friend. All right. And get some glue dots out here. And let me just see if I can fold one over. Cute. Okay. And let me get that attached to the front, and then I will get some blingity bling bling bling. And then don't forget, I've got one that I made with that strawberry stamp set to show you. It turned out really cute. Okay. Time for plain. What's it gonna be? I have those pretty sequins. I don't think I want to do sequins. No. Those might be pretty. Leave that as an option. Don't have the right colors. Pearls would be fun. I've got stuff that is no longer around in here. Okay, let's see here. I think we're going to go with these. These are the 21, 20 through 23 in color jewels. And the yellow looks pretty. Those darker green ones would be kind of pretty, I think. Any of these would actually work pretty well. Okay. So we are going to call that card finished. Hello, friend. I think I got it on a little bit crooked, but oh well. Thanks so much. It's handmade, right? And here is the one I made with the strawberry set and the retired strawberry paper. That was so sweet of you. Thank you. And I don't know if you can see, the whole thing is sparkly. I sprayed it with some iridescent glitter spray that I got from Amazon. It's an aerosol can. And you can get in iridescent. It comes in silver and gold. I don't know if it comes in other colors, and I just only put the one little bling on it there. But there are my cards, and that was using the Fun Picture This dies. So you get the circles and the rectangles. All right, I hope you guys, oh, and when I did this one, I sort of wanted to do kind of a red, white, and blue, but you got to have green in there with the strawberries. Have a fabulous 4th of July weekend. Stay safe and just enjoy it. And happy stamping. I hope you guys get to do something fun and crafty over the weekend too. And I will see you in the next video, which will be Tuesday over on my Facebook page. Okay, until then, see you later. Bye-bye.